come to our heroes, like, and you can consider R. Kelly a hero. Like when you talking about your heroes, you want to think of them in the best version of themselves, because this is your hero. You don't want to believe the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? You want to, like, let me kind of see how this is gonna play out before I make my judgment or pass judgment on it. But when it came to that, when I saw that, I was like, yo, he did it, man. I'm done. I can't rock with him no more. It's over. I ain't listened to R. Kelly since the early 2000s, man. But I'm like that with everything across the board. Even in my household, man, they know what certain places I don't get food from there. Not because the food is bad, but because it might be a racist nigga running it. And if I know that to be a fact, then I can't subscribe to that. So if somebody's on here, once again, me and my man Voice was supposed to be chopping this up, but I don't know what's going on with this live where I can't add him in. Maybe I should try to add somebody else, man. Somebody who taking the side, who feels like, who takes the stance I can separate the man from the art. Because if that person is in the comments, I want to build with you. That's right, yo. You gotta stand on your principles and your morals. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Let's be realistic. Like, how would you feel if that was your child that was done to, and somebody's telling you, yo, I don't care about that. I'm gonna still listen to his music. Like, are you kidding me? Knock it off, yo. Let's stop the bullshit, yo. Like that's, to me, that's telling me something about your character. Like, if you feel like that's okay, that's telling me something about your character. It doesn't mean that I have to hate you, but I ain't gonna trust you around. I ain't trusting any nigga who think that's cool, that still want to take that stance, man. You can't hang around my child. And that's a whole fact. My people don't rock like that, yo. Everybody that I'm close to feel how I feel. I'm just saying. Right, yo. And that's another thing. These songs take on a different meaning once the truth is revealed. Once the truth is revealed, things just click different. And you're like, damn, like, what did he mean by that? What do he really mean by this? You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah had a song, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Why she had that record? Why she had that record? And if I ain't mistaken, he wrote it. So like I said, man, like, yo, this is crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching people's opinions and stuff like that when I made that thread. And it's all good, man. I respect everybody's opinion. You can feel that way. Uncle C don't feel like that, man. I don't rock with nobody who take that stance, man. And if you an open, live supporter of what that man got going on, if you out there holding the picket sign, talking about free R. Kelly, then you a threat. You a fucking threat to me. Stay from around me, yo. You know what I mean? That's like, yo, you supporting a predator, man. I get it, but I don't want to go too far off left. I get it. Like, I get it. The man has made some dope music in his career. But for me, all of that shit go out of the window because he's a fucking pedophile, yo. Pardon my language for the people who, watch the discussion. I don't quite be as this raw, but I'm just saying, it's the truth. So, Sytia, I know you take a different perspective on this. If you free, come on. So, come on my live so maybe you can give me some understanding to the stance that you were taking. Oh, you didn't really miss anything. It's basically just a continuation of that thread, but we just doing it live now. Like, you know what I mean? So you ain't miss nothing. It's the same thing that we was talking about earlier. But yeah, man, like, yo, if anybody, if you feel like you can separate the man from the music, holler at Uncle C. Uncle C gonna bring you on this feed, and we gonna discuss it. We're going to discuss it. You know, we could get lost in the keyboard. Uncle C, like, I like to talk about, you know, how I'm feeling as opposed to typing it. Like I tell my brother Voice all the time. He be trying to talk to me. We be on the phone. I be like, yo, man, we got to get paid for this. I get paid to talk, nigga. I ain't talking for free. I got to monetize everything. But everybody who just came in, you know, it's all about R. Kelly, man. Like, his trial is going on. It's not looking good for him. I didn't see the testimony today, but from my understanding and reports that I saw, like, they saying that whoever testified today was like a nail in the coffin. Yeah, I keep trying, Voice. Like, for some reason, bro, like, I don't know what the hell is going on, man. I don't know what's going on. You know how they do me and you. Whenever we chop it up, man, we get censored. We got to go through a bunch of changes to make it work. But yeah, whoever testified today, I know it was something along the lines of the chick was like 15 or 16 years old, and evidently her testimony moved the courtroom. And he's probably getting ready to get convicted. Real talk. Because I was seeing that shit all over the news. I didn't see it. I'm going to take a look at it later on when I get some time where I can, you know, give y'all some insight on that. But I haven't seen it, so it's hard for me to, you know, say whether or not it's official what she said. But I will say this. I will say this to R. Kelly fans. This time, this go around, he was indeed railroaded. I give y'all that. This go around, he should have not been convicted of, like, some of them charges they got him with this time are ridiculous, man. The first time he should still be serving time from the first trial. This go around was a little bit different. They was reaching a bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, some of that stuff was just ridiculous, man. Like, some of the charges that they brought up against him this time, I ain't agree with. Excuse me. I'm calling a spade a spade. I didn't agree with a lot of the things that they charged him with this time. But with that being said, it does not change the fact of what my man did years ago. It does not change the fact that he was married to a 15, 16-year-old girl. It does not change the fact that he pissed on that baby in that videotape and all of that. And speaking of which, let me address the videotape. Because a young man hopped on that same thread and addressed that. And basically what he was saying was, how disgusting it is, like, what type of person are you if you watch child pornography, right? We in a different time. Back in those days, first of all, when the tape came out, we didn't know what the tape was. We just knew R. Kelly had a porn. Just like back in that time, they said Little Kim had one. It was several people that we was rocking with at the time where they said had porn tapes. R. Kelly was right in there. It came out later that the girl was underage. Now, if you saw the tape, I knew that tape was circulating in the streets probably a year before his trial even started. Years. Like, I'm talking about, like, that tape, it was a VCR tape. When I saw it, it was a VCR tape. A VCR tape. And at that, you didn't even know you was watching child pornography. You didn't even know that's what it was. You thought it was an R. Kelly porn tape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was in my neighborhood, that was the general perception of what it was that you was watching. It turned out later on, once they said the girl was underage, and I remember looking at the video and not really thinking that the girl was underage. Like, she looked like a woman. Like, you know what I mean? She had makeup and shit on. If my memory serves correctly, I only saw it one time. But when I saw it, it was kind of like, you know, she didn't look like baby faced and all of that. Yeah, it was that tape was circulating, man. And it was in the streets before anything came out about her being underage. You know what I'm saying? Then when it came out, then people started looking at the tape just based on curiosity. I don't think nobody looked at that tape. I mean, first of all, you a weird nigga if you look at that tape and get your jollies off. I mean, he was peeing on the girl and shit. Like, maybe I'm different. I ain't never been into that type of shit. Like, that didn't do nothing for me. It was more, you know, I think people were trying to validate, like, whether they were going to believe the story or not. Is that really him? Oh, it do kind of look like him. You know what I mean? I remember the conversations, like, yo, R. Kelly do got that wood. I remember, like, hearing, it was a bunch of stories going on. And you was hearing them all. So when it came down to that tape, I don't think anybody really looked at that tape to get they rocks off. It was more like, the people I know who watched the tape, it was more like they was looking at it to see if it was really him or not. And then once they figured out or felt like it was him or if it wasn't him, then, you know, they either chose to keep rocking with him. Like, that wasn't him, that was his brother. Then you had people like me who said, yo, that's him. I ain't fucking with him no more. Yeah, okay, Bella, I haven't seen that tape in, let me see, I'm 43. I had to be 17, 18 years old maybe. And I only saw it one time. But I you know, off my initial watch, I didn't feel like I was looking at my daughter when I saw it. You know what I mean? Now, I haven't seen it in years. Like, if I saw it again, which I don't plan on seeing it again, but if I saw it again, maybe I would look at it different. But at 17, 18 years old, and, you know what I'm saying, like, I just wasn't looking at it that way. Oh, it was Sparkle's niece? Word. Okay. Now, I do remember seeing the girl in the courtroom. And in the courtroom, she looked, to me, much younger than what I remember seeing in the video. Now, that's just me. But like I said, I only saw that tape one time, man. Who the hell want to sit here and watch people get pissed on? Hey, salute to y'all brothers who do. Uncle C don't do that, man. Uncle C don't do that. Uncle C not into that. See, that's what I'm saying, Al. Like, you know what I mean? And this is I'm just addressing a comment that was made on the thread because it was a younger person who may not, you know, understand what those times was like. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, that tape was circulating in the hood for a minute. I remember it was one R. Kelly and it was one supposedly it was Little Kim on it. But it really wasn't Little Kim. It was just a chick that favored Little Kim. But the streets were saying it was Little Kim. But yeah, I mean, however you want to chop it up, man. Like, I can't do R. Kelly, man. Like, you know, his stuff, it's just so blatant and it's so out there and it's so obvious when I see him, I hear him, I just feel like, yo, I think about my daughter, man. You know what I mean? Like, I look at him like he pissed on my daughter. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? I'm built like that. Like, if you go against my moral code, I have no use for you. Music or otherwise. Like, there is nothing you can do for me. Period. And that goes for members of my own family. You know what I'm saying? Because I was seeing the comments too where they was trying to say like, well, you know, if you do R. Kelly, then what about all the ones you... Like, fuck all that. Like, the ones I do know, they cancel too. This ain't a picking on R. Kelly thing. This is about your morals and your principles and the things that you stand on. That's what this is all about. It ain't about, I would hope to live in a world where that didn't happen. I would hope that. I would hope to live in a world where those things weren't prevalent. But unfortunately, we living in a world where it is. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff will get past you. And I'm pretty sure if you deep dive into everything, to where you pump your gas at, to, you know, where you buy your cigarettes, to where you buy your furniture, I'm pretty sure a lot of these companies, if you deep dive into them, it probably is owned by somebody who's not righteous. But I don't have time to figure that out. It's the ones that I know, the ones that's obvious. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's obvious. The ones that I know. If I know your brother is a pedo, I'm done with his ass. And if you support him and he's a pedo, I'm done with you too. Depending on levels, now I do understand, like, okay, if you got a sibling that's a pedo or did some wild shit, you know, there may be a deeper love and affection. But as long you gotta keep it separated from me.
Whatever you doing, it works. But
What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
On? I'm doing good. I just let y'all know it works. She just gotta.
Yeah, but it was doing that with voice too. Like, so I mean, I don't know what's going on. Yeah?
That's what's up.
So I don't know if you got a second, but you were saying something about age ain't nothing but a number when you listen to it through your grown eyes.
Grooving, man. The song was fire, and it still is. But as I got to listening to it, horrible. And I don't know. That's the perspective I come at it from. Like, she had parents.
Right.
Her parents let her record that. They heard those lyrics. Like, no way as a parent I could have let my child be involved with it. But it's what it is.
He wrote that record too, though, right?
Wrote it.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. It's like, okay, because I'm asking you this because I know you have a pretty open mind with a lot of stuff, right? More open than me, most definitely. You know what I mean? That's without a doubt.
I'm forgiving.
When it comes to that, right? When it comes to R. Kelly, how are you able to separate the man from the music? This is just a curiosity question. And I don't know if you do or don't. I'm just asking a question.
I don't know. Because it's not hard for me to say that he's a terrible person, a monster. And at the same time, I got to tell the truth. He was a genius. It's not hard for me to do that. They're both true. I can do both. Because they're both the truth. He was a genius. He best writer, singer I ever heard. And he's also a monster. It's just part of his truth. That's who he is. It's not hard for me to say that.
Okay, so with that being said, when you find yourself listening to a record like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, now that's just one. I don't know R. Kelly's catalog. Like, I'll say, by the time I stopped listening to R. Kelly, when I stopped listening to him, I'll probably say that was around, maybe TP2 or something like that, TP3. It was somewhere in that area, right? When the whole thing started to unravel for him.
Yeah, around about Chocolate Factory, right before Chocolate Factory.
Right, exactly. So with that, when you go back and listen to those records now, I would be afraid to. Just based on what you just said.
Like I said, I can judge him both ways because that's who he was. Like when I hear age ain't nothing but a number, like I said, it took a minute for me to actually listen, to figure out what I was listening to. I was like, hold up, R. Kelly wrote this song. But I was connecting it to when I was in 5th grade, and I can remember the little. My wife's in the room now; she don't want to hear that. I can remember the little girlies that used to dance to that song, and that's how I started liking Aaliyah, because the little girlies liked Aaliyah. So
right.
I connect those songs, all his songs, anything he's ever done, to memories that I have of him. So it's those ain't gonna change.
Well, your memories don't go nowhere.
They're good memories for me.
Listen,
absolutely terrified and upset that happened to those little girls that he was dealing with. But that's not my relationship with R. Kelly. I didn't have those bad experiences with R. Kelly. It sounds terrible, but I just don't. So I can say he's a good artist, and then I can say he's also a monster. That's who he became.
I guess I could kind of understand that. I mean, it don't change, because unlike you, I have the memories, right? But I don't have to revisit them. If you follow me,
good memories though. It's like,
I don't have to revisit it, man.
I can
in more ways than one. First of all, I don't want to be thinking about. First of all, I know what this nigga did for one, and then on top of that, you know, maybe my relationship memories of that shit, all of them might not be so fun. So I keep it in the box, packed away right where it's supposed to be. I'm not, going to buy albums and, streaming stuff and all of that. It's just a memory, man. Like, you feel me? Just like you said, it's just a memory.
I don't think,
but I'm not supporting it.
Most of us haven't tuned into anything new that he's done. I know I really don't have any good memories to anything new that he's done. And, once this stuff came out, like I right after Chocolate Factory, I probably stopped listening to R. Kelly right after that. So, but everything else,
I don't know what Bella's talking about. We praise who? We praise Nicki. That was E. Let's be correct about that. E praised Nicki Minaj on Monday. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Uncle C, when it comes to Uncle C, my stances don't change. Whether you're talking about hip hop, politics, religion, or whatever, my stance never changes.
Well, mine do. I don't. I'm sorry.
Unless you can completely prove it to me. Like, you know what I mean? If you like, there have been times like, okay, I'll take Al for example. Like, there are times like, if you make a valid point, you may be able to sway me. But when it comes to my morals and principles, especially when you start talking about children, that shit ain't gonna never change, man.
And I respect
it. Ain't gonna never change.
I respect it. I don't take music personally like that. I'm not that connected to R. Kelly where I got to be like, oh, I'm never gonna listen to him ever again. That's what it is.
That's what it do, Al. Well, let me try to bring Sytia on, because she's the person that I really want to talk to, because her opinion was very strong.
I'm ready to hear this.
All right, my brother, peace.
All right, peace.
So I was able to bring somebody on. So that means that y'all got to get off the AOL. Get fiber, man. You know what I'm saying? Get 5G. Upgrade y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to build Uncle C, man. Y'all got to get some better tech. Shout out to my brother Al, man, he had the right tech. He got the right tech, man. Like, what are y'all using? What are y'all using out there, man? Get off the AOL, man. You know what I'm saying? Upgrade. Uncle C will help you. Just holler at me, man. If I love you, man, mi casa, su casa. Oh, it's adding. I see it. She's gonna be able to come on.
You stay trying it.
Boom.
You tried it.
I'm trying it? No, you trying it.
Technology and everything, you know? That's okay though.
Okay. How you doing today? First of all, before we get into your whole stance, are you doing all right today? You having a good day?
Great. And yourself?
I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm hot, but I'm here.
Bella, who wants some McDonald's Wi-Fi? Who?
Somebody said that. You live close to McDonald's. You try to connect through them.
Hold up. But anyway, yeah. My question was,
okay,
and I still have my question. After everyone found out that he was married to an underage person, how did y'all continue on furthering his career till that sex tape even leaked out?
Okay.
That was way before.
Okay, this is how you have to look at this, Sytia. You got to put it in your age bracket. You say you 35, right? Or something like that, right?
35.
Okay, you're 35, so you're a little bit younger. Back in that time, now I'm 43, so I got you by almost 10 years. It was word of mouth. You didn't know first of all, you didn't know really how old Aaliyah was. And then secondly, you didn't really know if they were married or not. It was a rumor. You understand? It wasn't nothing official. You didn't know what the deal was. When Aaliyah came out, you didn't know. Like, it wasn't public information. They were doing MTV, BET, back in that time, Video Soul, stuff like that. They were on these shows. So all of that was speculation. Do you follow what I'm saying?
It was speculation, but it was enough that it still was overlooked by the people, because what really mattered, the music is what mattered, right?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to answer your question.
I now, was still asking the question though. So
are you talking about us, the fans, or are you talking about the people who are actually running the show and in charge?
I'm talking about who's speaking now, the fans, the ones who's talking about canceling him.
Okay, the fans, which would be me. The fans didn't know if this stuff was true or not. The fans didn't.
I was younger, as you want to revert it back to for so many times to justify your answer. Yes, I was younger, and even I guess because the way me and my mom relationship was, even I knew that the man had a relationship with that younger girl. My mama used to joke about it and say certain things like, yeah, if I saw R. Kelly's shoe and he tried to get you, what? After you, hey, R. Kelly, stuff like that. So I guess I could look at it differently because of how I experienced the situation. But at the same time, the way I look at it is people didn't cancel him knowing that he had a whole marriage with a person and still went on to further his career. And now y'all want to cancel him. But even at canceling him now, all their parents gave him the okay. So are y'all mad at how y'all feel about these parents?
Hold on. Okay. So we're going to take this one step at a time because I don't want to get lost. I want to stay on topic in proper speed. We're not going to jump all over the place, right? So we're talking about the initial right now. Nobody knew that to be a fact. The story, there was an interview with a guy named Torre that you should go check out, where he explains the whole situation. Nobody knew that if they were married, and nobody knew his age or really her age. They went and found, I want to say it was Vibe magazine, And this is years after, because the story started gaining traction. Somebody in Hollywood said, well, damn, yo, like, is that girl underage? And they started investigating and digging into it. A marriage certificate was found, but it was years later. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I get it, but it still was enough speculation where y'all can still put it together. Like, at least they humping. I mean, something going on.
Okay.
Got to be going
Let me. Okay, so now we gonna stay right here. At 16, 15 years old, you're not thinking as a. Now I'm speaking for the fans that was my age. I'm seeing young girls that I go to school with getting picked up and dating grown ass men.
Right.
In junior high school.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm a fan of this man.
A lot of R. Kelly's right there in our neighborhood.
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
Growing up with that right now to this day is our age, and you looking at them like, well, you with somebody that's about 20 something or 30. That mean you watch them grow up. Well, ain't you their friend mama or something like that? Like you literally watch them grow up. Now you dating them, and people still dapping them up, cool with them, ain't canceling them out the parties, off the blogs. You know, supporting them in any kind of way.
I get that, and you're absolutely right. But I can't speak for anybody else who canceled R. Kelly. I can only speak for myself. And once I started to look at, I can almost say the starting point for me was like when I started thinking about having a child and having children or whatever the case may be. Once you have your own child, you look at this stuff a little bit different. Once you become a grown man, you're not looking at it the same way you did when you was 15, 16 years old. You're just not. Now you have a full understanding of exactly what's going on, and your stances that you take are going to be different.
It is.
So with that being said, R. Kelly, once I am grown and recognize him for the scumbag that he is, he's canceled. But not only is he canceled, that's anybody who goes against my moral code. If you look very lovely over there, you look very cool, I think you a cool person, but if I find out you a pedo or you want to rape my son or whatever the case may be, you're canceled. It goes for nobody is off limits for that, for me.
Okay. I get that. Now, I am a what if type person, so I can look at things different ways. With that being said, I have a daughter. I am a daughter. Different things of that nature. So, I don't know if you caught the other comment on the post, which I did say it's a voice, but I don't find myself going to look for R. Kelly's music or anything of that nature. But I also am not going to go out my way to cancel it out either, because some of that, it just has nothing to do with me, and their parents allow this, whatever go on. The thing about fetishes and the thing about people's privacy and private lives is right next door to you right now, there's no telling what them people got going on. There's no telling they got some little dungeon down there that they doing this, that, and the third, and how they doing it or whatever. Come right out their door and say, hey, CJ, how are you today? What's going on? As long as you don't know, you still gonna speak to them. You still gonna keep going on about your daily life. You still gonna do whatever. Only difference is R. Kelly is rich, and if people got greedy or maybe got cut off or whatever, however, that now they want a whole nother different piece of the pie or whatever's going on that they want to steal from. So for
I get what you're saying, but this is what you're not realizing.
Doing personally, because personally, I don't know shit. I ain't one with them shooting in the gym. I don't know what these people really got going on or they real motives. So I can separate the two because I don't give a damn, to be honest. What I can do is make sure I protect mine, so knowing that people are out there like that, and most of the people that do these things are people that are close to you. So, you know.
But to me, you It's almost like you saying you don't give a damn until it happens to you or one of yours.
I'm not saying it like
that's the way it sounds. And I completely disagree with that.
Because I wouldn't allow my child to do those certain type of things. It's not, if he took people under their free will and against them and certain things, that would be a whole different vibe. That's a whole different monster. That's a whole different thing. But if their parents was taking these young kids to, or whatever, their daughters to every concert, putting them in front of R. Kelly, doing all these things to get them recognized, who the hell am I to go out my way to discredit everything that man has done when we have supported him to make his career be what it is today?
But you're missing the point. It's like you're saying things, like I said, to me, it's almost like you're saying, I don't care as long as it doesn't affect me and mine. And I'm telling you, I'm on the other end of the spectrum. Like, your baby is my baby. You understand what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you, the way I cater to my baby is to not put them in those situations, baby.
But some things you can't. Yes, but see, that's a different. But Sytia, that's a different argument. That's a different argument, because if you're asking me should some of the blame be placed on the parents, the answer is yes. Yes, if a parent condone that because they wanted the bag or whatever, their ass should be canceled too. They should be sitting in jail too. I agree with that. But we can't keep going away from what the actual reasoning is. And the reasoning starts with him.
There's cults every day. There's even stuff right there on TV now where they all together, happy families. People I don't even know if them little girls be about 8, 15, 16. Now they starting new families with the new ones and different things. This is some people beliefs. This is some people beliefs. This is what they do. This is what they do. It's some people who start having kids at 14, 15, starting families in certain cultures. This is what they do. My thing is, I can't take away that man is talented in his music and his full career based on certain decisions that he has decided to make, these parents decided to make, and where they put the positions they put their kids in. Yes,
so if he does that, if it was your daughter, if he raped your daughter, are you still listening? Are you still going to listen to his music?
If he raped my daughter, did he rape any of those people? Statutory rape, I get that. But did he rape any of those people? Even with statutory rape. Did he rape them against their will?
What statutory rape? It's all the same to me.
No, I cannot go further looking, listening, or anything of that. But did he do anything against some people's will?
So, being that you being a little technical here, it's statutory rape. If your daughter was if it was statutory rape between your child and R. Kelly, are you still listening to his music?
If it's statutory, you know what? To be honest with you, if I didn't, I kind of would be going against a lot of things. I date older guys. I always kind of have, even lied my age to older guys before and different things of that nature. So, you know, that would kind of be a contradiction in my life, in my world, in my particular world. So you would continue to listen. So that means, like, did she allow it? Did she agree? Certain things. See, the thing about
no. See, you're deflecting. You're deflecting right now. You're going off the topic.
You said rape. You said rape, which means
statutory rape is all the same.
It's an age difference with statutory rape.
Okay, but it's still rape in the eyes of the government. If you go to, it's still going to have a rape. Rape is still going to be there, whether it's statutory or otherwise.
You also know that they will also consider it if my child is 17 and you 18, I can still charge you for messing with my child because you're legal.
That's a fact.
Got in trouble and stuff for that.
So
they do together. They right
so
in
you
the
are
same
saying,
place.
I just want to be clear about this. You're saying, regardless, statutory rape, if it's your child, you're still going to listen to his music.
I'm not saying regardless. I said it depends on the situation. That's what I'm going to say. It depends on the situation. Because
in any situation that's inappropriate.
At free will and at agreements and different things that's been allowed, where did you go wrong? Where did you go wrong? All the way. Now, morals and standards, I get that. Your morals and your standards do not in any way, and I respect that, of course. You don't see yourself, you don't respect a man that would want to mess with anyone of a certain age and doing different things, regardless whether their parents agree or not. Definitely understand that. That's your morals, your standards, and how you feel, and that's respected. But those people agreed upon whatever it is that was in his mental. Now, I also get you can't separate hearing his music from what visions you may have. Me personally, I don't visualize any of their sexual acts when I'm listening to certain music. I may, as the gentleman before me came on, Al say, may put that towards some memories I done had of my own, not what they had going on. So if it came on, I don't say I'm gonna go out my way turning off R. Kelly, but I don't go out my way turning on R. Kelly.
Well, in that regard, being that you put it like that, you know, I kind of feel like that as well. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go now if I'm with my woman and she just in her R. Kelly mood, I'll be like, yo, you know we ain't listening to that shit all night, right? You know what I mean? But if we happen to be, you know, maybe in a car or something and the radio's playing and one of his songs, I'm not going to be like going out of my way to prevent that. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I definitely understand it. And like I say, to me, it's a lot of things that people do that's unbeknownst to us. It's a lot of people that we've probably done gapped up, spent time with, that we watch every day, that we do things. I missed the whole thing with Nicki Minaj, so I'm not sure what went on with that, but I like Nicki Minaj, so I'm not sure what happened for me, you know, for that to have been prepared in the comments. But
right,
again, it's certain people that you sit there that you may praise, that you may even say relationship goals, and look at T.I. and Tiny like, wait, not the man with the words, you doing what over there? And da-da-da-da-da. Like, what?
When it becomes from, but I'm
music, probably watch y'all show and some more stuff. It has nothing to do with me. I don't know.
But it's like, for me, once it becomes truth, not allegations, once it becomes truth and it's a fact that these things took place, I'm looking at you different. And back to the neighbor concept, like, yeah, my neighbor may be involved in all kind of shit that I don't know about. It's just a friendly face, right? But the moment I find out that my neighbor is over there fucking 12-year-old boys or some shit, it's over. We gonna have a problem. They gonna have a problem. You understand? They can't live beside me.
The mayor here, okay, before we changed mayors here, I remember when I was working for the Platinum, and the Platinum used to go against them so bad to the point where they even put out there that the man got caught watching child pornography. Guess what the city still did? Kept that man in the seat till it ran through. It just depends on who you are, what color you are, and different things. Because I've seen a couple of people talk about Elvis. You know,
okay, I don't know nothing about what you're talking about, but was it proven though?
We still praise him on certain levels, right?
We praise who?
Not we as in probably our skin color, us directly, but the people, Elvis.
Man, I cancel all them niggas. All of them. White, black, Chinese, green, Indian, it don't matter. If you go against my moral code, you gotta go. You can't be in my cipher, period. The whole paradigm changes. Like, I just can't look at that the same. I don't look at you the same no more.
So how you feel about Bill Cosby then? That's how you really
Bill Cosby? with Bill, and I brought that up earlier, with Bill Cosby, the accusers, the stories were inaccurate. It was a whole lot of wrong with his case where I couldn't make up my mind on whether or not those stories was true or not. A lot of his stories weren't true. Who's gonna go?
Michael Jackson. How you feeling about him?
Same way, same thing. It was proven to be untrue. All I'm saying is
it was proven to be untrue with Michael.
Yes, the dude, the accusers, even some of them boys even committed suicide later on in life. I didn't hear your last comment, baby. What you say?
I said it's true that never land. He won't doing never things over there. It was proven fact.
That
I just
wasn't
remember getting swept under the rug a little bit, and I love Michael to death, so I ain't had no arguments. But
Nah, they didn't sweep nothing under the rug. They wanted Michael, but the thing was, when they did the DNA test, it came back there was nothing to it, and even two of them boys ended up committing suicide because they were saying that their mother wanted. It was like so much wrong with that case. They didn't have a case. Like Bill Cosby, they didn't have a case. It's accusations. They even brought up, they got a 50-year-old case they just reopened against Bill Cosby. I mean, I'm talking about this week. 50 years old.
So in other words, you still gonna watch the Cosby Show, and you still gonna,
His stuff, it wasn't. What I'm saying is, it wasn't. If R. Kelly
beat it and everything else, he won't talk. Billie Jean, not my love, and all that. He won't talk about another little boy. None of that. You don't relate none of that to.
It wasn't proven, Sytia.
All right.
R. Kelly shit was proven.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Is a difference. If it's proven, I'm done. But if it's just an accusation, especially a baseless one, why should I hold on to that?
Right. Okay.
But I think I really thank you for your insight.
What's going on with T.I. and Tiny case? Because I don't really keep up with none of it, to be honest.
T.I. Tiny,
I just jumped on the post.
The girl, it's a lot of baseless stuff in they situation as well. If you ask me, it's a money grab.
All of them is. That's my main point. Won't nothing be out or nobody be holding no conversation with nobody if these would get greedy. With the money, it'd be about money. Now, if it was, why it take you so long? If you felt like this, how you allowed your daughter to be there till she grown? She's sitting in front of us at the age of 30-something. You said she been there since she was 12? I don't understand. This don't sound right to me. Something ain't right. Couldn't have been too bad. She looked good. Hell, she looked better than me. So I'm confused. Well, Kel, your bank account, what? Where you live at, ma'am? I'm confused. Now all of a sudden, what? All these years.
But like I did say,
after hit.
And I think I said this before you came on. I do feel like this time R. Kelly has been railroaded.
I did hear you say that.
This time it hasn't been fair to him. Now, where I have canceled him at is his previous stuff. Now, this stuff with these grown women and all of that, I'm kind of like, well, hey, man, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I feel differently about that. But when it comes to the kids, man, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's...
You attended concerts in your life. You're a whole hip-hop man. Man, you see how that mess go. You see everything about it. You, man, let me tell you something. I don't like people doing stuff and then play victim. See, I guess that's why in my mind and certain things I kind of I don't feel so much about certain things. You can't do things and be of sound in mind and then play victim. You wanted this. You agreed. You knew what was going on.
But you feel like that even though you talking about kids?
Yeah, you
like
dumb, didn't know anything. Everybody made you do certain things. That's a whole different concept.
So you feel like that even with the girls being underage?
pushing them boobs up, going to every concert, getting seen, smelling. I mean, you knew all of this. It was premeditated. Then you finally got there and y'all was living for years. Living great for years. Oh, because one person decided to do this now. 20 of y'all want to come out the woodwork. Everybody got to get a cut. That's what it's really. It's about money. It's a scam. Ain't a scam because it happened per se, but it's the whole damn scheme.
That may be true in a lot of instances, but once again, when you start talking about children, man, I just look at that shit different, man. Kids, you should know better.
How old was the youngest?
I think the girl that took the stand today she said it happened to her when she was 15 or 16 years old.
15 or 16. Yes, you in high school, doing a lot of things, sneaking out the house, wrong. People done had about 2 kids this day and age at damn 16.
Hey, Sean, I'm talking about the trial's still going on, but they said it was a explosive testimony today by one of the women. So that's really what I'm referencing.
Nah, I definitely appreciate you for taking time out with me as well. Y'all listening and all that good stuff. It's been real. Like I said, I definitely get your standpoint. I appreciate your morals, your standards. You are one type of guy from the energy I'm receiving that, might feel a little comfortable with my daughter being around. No, you'll protect her. That's your child. Your child, my child.
That's a fact.
Ain't nobody gonna come,
That's anybody that got a daughter or a son for that matter. We got to stop looking over the boys.
Even sons. I'm gonna tell you this. I only experienced this one time in life, and I looked at that guy like, oh my gosh. Okay, I had talked to this little handsome guy for just a little second, and he told me, he was like, it was something, I don't know how the conversation struck, but I remember him saying that a woman was out with them and told his son that he was sexy or something like that. He was like, I don't like them terms. That made me feel like you're a pedophile, like you're looking at my son a certain type of way. You could call him handsome, that's fine, but certain terms don't look at him like that. It was just like, okay, that makes sense now that I have a son. Didn't look at things like that, but now I do. And you're right. We also had to protect them. Now, there has been a couple of times, and I did not know that. We always talk about women getting raped, but I didn't know so many males have gotten raped in their life. And not so much like by men or nothing. Older women watching kids. Older women watching kids is how some of y'all sons be getting their first piece of, tail. We gotta watch that.
No doubt.
For real. It be traumatizing some of these guys why they can't be at home and concentrate on you and certain things. They've been fucked up from a long time ago. We gotta be cautious of that.
No doubt. I even though some of that I disagree with, but some of your points you made, like, you know what I mean? Like, I agree with some of what you're saying, but I think I'm just more on the surface. And for the record, just so you would know, you told me I know how I go at the hip hop shows, right? You talk to somebody who was an avid member of the Zulu Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who really get down with hip hop, they know what I'm talking about. Zulu Nation. When this whole stuff broke with Africa Bambaataa, I walked away from that, man, and didn't feel no type of way about it because it goes against my morals and my principles.
All right. So how you feel about no, that's different. Never mind. Don't even worry about it. That's totally different. Don't worry about it.
Well, you make sure that you bring the same energy to the show that we're gonna be doing, because this is the energy I need. So you make sure you keep it.
This is me all day, babes. But okay, I appreciate y'all. Back to mommy duty.
That's what's up, man. All right, bro.
I don't know how to get up off here, so yeah.
I got you. But yeah, man, that's people. This whole R. Kelly thing, man, got people all kind of opinions. All kind of opinions when it comes to that. Like I said, how y'all feeling, man? I can't subscribe to things that go against me morally. Some people can. Some people look at it different. I personally can't do that. It's going on 8 o'clock, man. I've been up here with y'all for an hour. This shit been longer than the discussion. I'm trying to make up for the fact that we didn't do the discussion today. Shout out to my brother E. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to E, man. You catch the discussion every Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m.-ish. We black, so we might not always be on time, but we show up. I agree, Demonte. I agree. They all should you know, face the music. Those parents, like, I don't know if they have any other children, but you know, those are grounds for, you know, their children to be taken away from them. Like, you know, they should be dealing with some type of consequence as well. But I agree with that. But once again, I still have to start with R. Kelly. I'm still starting with him. Because he's the one who actually did it. So I gotta start with him. Fuck his music, fuck it, everything dealing with him. Like, I have no relationship with R. Kelly on no level. If I stream his music, I feel like I'm putting money in his pocket. I shouldn't even be saying his name on social media. I shouldn't even be doing this live about him. He should be an afterthought. Realistically, the more I sit here and think about it, and matter of fact, I done gave that nigga too much time. On my precious time, I work hard. So with that being said, man, y'all take it easy. Stay cool. Stay refreshed. Stay hydrated. And we catch y'all on Tuesday, man. Love y'all. Peace.